Comment on the match between Newcastle and Brighton that will take place at 9 p.m. on May 11th, round 37 of the 2023-2024 Premier League season. 3 points for the Magpies. In this round of the English Premier League, Newcastle is determined to win to get into the top 5. That means winning a spot in the European Cup next season, because they missed the chance to have their second consecutive season finishing in the top 4 in the Premier League. Last season, with only one win in the last 5 rounds, the Magpies won a spot in the European Cup. In the most recent match, Eddie Howe and his team led Burnley with a score of 4-0 away from home. But they were unable to keep a clean sheet, allowing the opponent to score an honourable goal at the end of the second half, but with a 4-point victory, one helped Newcastle win 4 of the last 5 matches and scored 14 goals in this winning streak. Before that, at home, they destroyed Sheffield United with a big score of 5-1. Recently, with high performance, on the Premier League rankings, Eddie Howe's team is currently ranked 6th, 4 points behind the team ranked 5th, Tottenham Hotspur, and they are 2 points ahead of the following teams. Chelsea and Man United are 2 points. But Newcastle still has 3 more matches left, and they are determined to win all the remaining matches to be sure to qualify for the European Cup next season. In round 37, at home Newcastle will have a confrontation with Brighton. In this match, Newcastle is rated much higher and it is likely that they will have 3 more points to consolidate 6th place on the rankings. In the last 2 confrontations with Brighton, they both won, scoring 6 goals and only conceding 2 goals. On the other side of the front line at the end of this season, Brighton is playing in decline. Brighton is currently ranked 11th in the Premier League rankings this season. That's why the opportunity to win tickets to the European Cup next season is almost gone when they are 7 points behind Chelsea in 7th place. In the most recent match, at home Brighton defeated Aston Villa with a minimum score of 1-0. João Pedro scored in the 87th minute. However, this is only the only victory for Roberto De Zerbi and his team in the last 7 matches, and in the remaining 6 matches they lost 4 and drew 2. Their season is close. As officially ended, they were relegated and could not reach the European Cup group, so their only goal is to win as many points as possible. In the last 10 away matches, they only won 1. In the last 2 away trips to Newcastle's field, they lost both, but in this season's first leg at Amex Stadium, they won against Newcastle with a score of 3-1. If they win in round 37, they will win for the 3rd time against Newcastle in both matches in a season. In the confrontations between the 2 teams, there are always over 2.5 goals scored, so tonight's match may be no exception. In tonight's match, the home team is rated higher and Brighton is in a decline in form. It is likely that Newcastle will win with a difference of 2 goals. So in this over-under bet, choosing over is reasonable. Expected lineup of Newcastle and Brighton. Newcastle is Dubravka, Livramento, Kraft, Byrne, Hall, Longstaff, Guimaraes, Anderson, Gordon, Isak, Barnes. And Brighton is Verbruggen, Veltman, Webster, Dunk, Igor, Gilmore, Gross, Buonanotte, Pedro, Adingra, Welbeck. Predict the score of the match between Newcastle and Brighton, 3-1. Thanks for watching.